Yeah, just take me through kind of that journey to get in here. Obviously, it was one that you didn't really expect, but, how did kind of that process really pan out for you?
I was at UNI, and I was planning to go there, sign and everything, and then McCollum got the job here, and I just kind of thought that, McCollum wanted me at Drake, and things he said to me at Drake, the way he talked to me, and he offered me at Drake. I thought that he would want me at Iowa as well, just based on how well he thought I played the game of basketball. So then once I heard he got the job here, I had to get out of my letter of intent and just see if McCollum was interested in me, and he was, and I'm glad to be a Hawk. So yeah.
Talk about that rise from, junior season to senior season. Obviously, you had a big summer last year. What kind of went into that, or what were some parts of your game that, you really started to unlock?
I think just AAU basketball and I just started to work more at the game. I had a little work ethic towards the game, but then that summer I really realized what it had to take. I was lifting on my own 4 or 5 days a week. I got myself stronger, got myself in better shape, I think, a little bit. And then, during the summer playing with AAU, with all Iowa attack, I kind of learned my skill set. I learned who I was as a passer and a player, and just all the things that I can do. And then that's just kind of developed my game this past year. And coach realized what I had, and then at Valley we kind of used me a lot, and I played a good role, and the ball kind of was through me. I made plays for others, and I also scored when I had to. So
yeah,
the summer was huge, kind of learning on who I am and what I'm capable of.
What were some of the things that, Coach McCollum really sold you on in terms of fit and, how you can kind of fit in their system and play? What are some things that, really stood out to you about that?
I think just him telling me my playmaking skills and then just showing me what I would be doing. And, he kind of compared it to like what Jokic does. And, that's a pretty good sales pitch. Just getting the ball in the middle forward, making reads, getting other people involved, but then also being able to score one-on-one with your back to the basket. And, just him talking to me and telling me how I fit in, I was like, yeah, that's a really good fit for me.
Yeah. What have been the biggest steps for you since you've gotten here? It looks like you kind of slimmed down a little bit since the high school season too.
Yeah, a little bit. We've been putting in work the last 3.5 weeks. I lost probably 2-3 pounds a little bit, but I definitely feel stronger. I feel better conditioned. With what we're doing, it's kind of hard to not be in condition and be ready to go. So, it's been a good transition, and it's been good for my body.
What are some of the big areas that you feel like you've had to adjust a lot, since getting to this level?
I think just physicality level, and then also just being, I think physicality is the main thing, and then conditioning and just knowing like where to be, how to be. Things are pretty quick right now, but just trying to slow it down and learn the game at the college level.
Yeah, have you been playing more of like a true five, or like where are they kind of seeing you fit?
More a true five right now, just kind of getting in the pockets, making reads, not just being a scorer, but being a passer as well.
With your ability to step out there and shoot, do you guys see yourself, overall the front court, not a ton of size, but can that force some teams to go small against you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I think you got to be able to guard the three-point line against us. It's going to be tough to guard, and once we keep building our offense, it'll be tougher. And, I think once we get more open looks, they might have to play a little smaller, but if they go smaller, then we'll have mismatches all around. So, we have a lot of different ways we can attack other teams.
Forgive me if someone already asked this, but what led you to deconnect from UNI?
Just Coach McCollum, and I also grew up an Iowa fan. My whole life I've been an Iowa fan. I've been in Iowa City a lot for a lot of football games, a few basketball games.